waterfall. Awesome job, guys. So today we are learning how to round and estimate.
Okay, so today we're going to learn all about rounding and estimation. The first thing I want you guys to do is look at these two problems. This first one, we have 97 plus 53 plus 22 plus 13. This next one, we have 100 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10. Take a second and with your partner decide which one is easier to solve in your head. Okay, so we found that this one is easier to solve, right? That's because we don't have to worry about regrouping any numbers in the ones place. This is actually, this equation is what it looks like when this equation is rounded. Do we know what rounding means? So that means to change a number so it's easier to solve, and so we can estimate using that number. So we can kind of guess the answer, and so we can use it to do mental math and get the answer in a quicker way. So 97, to round it, we either go up or we go down in order to get a number that's easier to work with, which is 100. We'll learn all about this in just a second too. But so this equation is easier to solve because it's rounded from this one.
Okay, so now on the board, I'm going to show you a 3-digit number. So we have this 3-digit number, and do we know what that 3-digit number is? Awesome, it is 732. No, it's not. We don't say and, or else it's a decimal. So it's 732. No and. So we're going to label the place values of each digit in this 3-digit number. So we're going to start here, then go with the 3, and then label the 7. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, to label that. Okay, let's come back. So we have the 2 in the ones column, good. The ones place, sorry. A 3 in the tens column because it's showed as like 30. And then the 7 in the hundreds column for 700. So we use place values to help us round our certain numbers to the closest either hundreds place, tens place, or ones place to make it easier on us to estimate. This reminds me a lot of our hill anchor chart.
Okay, so a trick to use in order to determine when to round and when to either go higher or lower with your numbers is our hill anchor chart. So in this, you can think about walking a bike up a hill. So imagine you're walking your bike all the way up this hill and you stop here. If you let go of the bike here, where would the bike fall? Would it fall this way or would it fall this way? It would fall this way. Same thing with rounding. So if you have a number that's 4 or 5 or more, you would round up. So if you had the number 7, you would round up to 10. But if you had a number that is less than 5, you would round down. So if you had 3, you would round down to 1.
Yeah. So then some other examples that we do is, what if we are walking the bike all the way up to 6? Do we go up and go round to 10, round up, or would we round all the way back down to 0? Good, we would round up because 6 is greater than 5. So then we would round up, and then the number would be estimated to the highest tens place. Now what if we were to round to 5? Turn and talk with your partners to see what we would do if we were right in the middle. Would we go down or would we round up? Okay, so we walked around and we heard that a couple of you were confused about which way it would go. So if we were to stop at 5, since it is in the middle of the mountain, the hill, not the mountain, the hill, it would depend on what our neighbor was. So for example, if 5 was the one we had to round to, but our neighbor next to us was 6, well, 6 is greater than 5. So that would help us know that we would have to round up to the next tens place. But if our neighbor was 3 next to the 5, we would round down because it is less than 5.